Hey Ken, this is Greg. I'm not in front of the camera here. This is something that I talked to you about yesterday in the video that I made for you yesterday about how my room is set up. And I'm going to pan the room here and I'm just going to show you how we're set up. I'm set up in a circle, and I've got a semicircle, or most of a semicircle, and I've got the students all around. But right now, I've got a young fellow named Zach, and he is sitting in the middle of the circle. I've got carpet up there. He's sitting on my stool that I use, and he is currently in the hot seat. We just finished reading chapter 3 from To Kill a Mockingbird, and I'm going to ask some students to take their turns to sit on the hot seat. And they don't know what I'm about ready to ask, so it may be rather challenging for them. All right, Zach, why don't you start with Calpurnia?
Yes.
All right. From what we had in this chapter, Calpurnia took care, obviously she's the cook, but she took care of Scout when Scout was embarrassing their guest, Walter Cunningham. Explain to us what this chapter, what it tells us about Scout, about Calpurnia, the person.
Okay, so Calpurnia, before that she was.
Hold on. While you're up there, you can take your mask off so we can hear.
Alright, so.
And talk nice and loud.
Before now, she was just kind of like the cook in the house, pretty much. But now we see that she has kind of like a parental role towards Scout and possibly Jem, but we haven't seen that yet. So I don't know if Scout sees Calpurnia as her mother, but Calpurnia certainly acts like her mother.
Very good. Great answer. All right. Anybody else have anything to add to that about Calpurnia? What this chapter says about Calpurnia? Cece, do you have your hand up or you just?
No.
Okay.
I don't think, like, maybe she doesn't see Calpurnia as a mother, but like she knows that she'll listen to Calpurnia and she does what Calpurnia does. I mean, tells her to do, like, not
She
like
sees
a mom,
Calpurnia
not like
as
a.
All right. Let people finish before you interrupt.
The
All right.
mother figure, your loving mother figure. I mean, obviously she loves her, but like it's not like your birth mom. It's like a.
All right. Who do you not think loves Calpurnia? Doesn't love Scout
No,
or Scout?
I said not that she doesn't love her. It's just not like the relationship that she would have with her real mother. It's still just like a. I don't know how to explain it.
No, you got it. I think you did a good job explaining it.
I think that she sees her as a mother figure, but Jem not so much, because Scout never got to meet, like, she got to meet her mother, but like she didn't know her since she was so young. But Jem is, yeah, she doesn't remember or anything. But Jem knows his mother, and I think he like, oh yeah, authority, somewhat like a mother, but like, I don't know, she's just sort of there for him. But for Scout, she's just like figure of motherness.
Okay. Back to Zach. What about, they made a statement in there. No, I'll go into something else. Give me your interpretation, the meaning behind Calpurnia making the crackling bread for Scout when she came home. What was behind all that?
Okay, so in the book it said that Scout thought it was kind of a way of her making up to Scout for like yelling at her.
Okay.
I feel like that probably isn't the reason. It may have slightly contributed to it, but I feel like it was just because Calpurnia missed her because like it was the first day of her ever being at school, and so yeah, she was kind of there by herself, so she missed her.
Again, what perspective is this story being told through? Whose eyes?
Scouts.
And how old was she at this time?
6.
Yeah, so in her world, everything revolves around her, correct? So her thinking is obviously, Calpurnia feels sorry because she yelled at me, so she's trying to make up for it in her way to tell me that she was wrong. But I agree with you. I think it's more that Calpurnia just missed her. Anyone else have a different explanation of what Calpurnia might have been up to there?
Gaining trust from Atticus.
Getting trust from Atticus? I think she already has that. All right, remember what Atticus said? Remember when Scout said she wanted Atticus to get rid of her, to get rid of Calpurnia? What was what was Atticus's answer immediately?
I don't plan on it now or ever.
Right. We will never, not now, not ever, will we get rid of Calpurnia.
I think I just figured out what the real reason was.
Tell me.
Remember that like magnesium stuff? What was
Yeah,
it called?
right.
She
Magnesia.
Yeah, magnesia. She snuck into the bread to make water.
Oh my gosh. No, that is not it. Scout was not sick. She was not really sick at all in any way, shape, or form. She was just upset. Okay, what about this? You know, Calpurnia is a smart woman, is she not? Yeah, she is. How about, she knows that Scout was very upset when Scout left after lunch to go back to school that day. Maybe she's just doing it just to make Scout feel better. Maybe she made the crackling bread for no other reason than to try to, not to make up or anything like that, because that's not the way Calpurnia feels. She understands that Scout's had a rough day, so she's just trying to help her a little bit. How about that?
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. Who else? Thank you, Zach. Give Zach a hand, guys. He did a good job. All right. You see on my board up here, and Ken, you probably can't see it. There, I'm zoomed in. All right. Just on my board, I have written up there. It's taking a while to focus. There it goes. All right. On my board, I have the Ewell family. All right. I need some brave soul. We're going to talk about the Ewell family, other than Zach. All right. I need some brave soul to lead the discussion about the Ewell family. We met Burris Ewell in classroom today. Go ahead, Zoe.
They're poor.
No, you're up there.
Up to the chair.
You're up there.
You have now volunteered.
Yes, Maddie.
Come over there.
Do I? Yeah, sure. You may. All right. So this is Zoe, Ken. All right. She's recovering from not getting ice cream when her brother did. All right. So anyway, Zoe's going to explain to us, and Zoe, I'm going to want you to actually go up to the board. You're going to write on the board. All right.
I don't have good handwriting.
And Zoe's happy all the time, Ken. All right. All right. So we have our first introduction to the Ewell family. All right. From Zoe, and you can get help from other people as well if you need to. I want you to write on the board characteristics that we found from the first meeting with Burris Ewell that describes the Ewell family. All right. Poor. All right. She has better handwriting than I do. You can tell, Ken. All right. Explain what you mean by mean.
Well, first off, the dad buys beer and
Whiskey.
whiskey instead of helping his kids. What's his name? Burris boy called his teacher a slut.
Yeah.
So that's just a few.
Okay. I wonder what you meant by mean. You can use the palm and erase that line there. There
They're
you go.
just rude and like not
So-
well mannered at all.
Okay, you can use those words. They have no social skills at all, right?
How do you spell mannered?
Mannered. Spell mannered, add ed to the end.
Wait.
Yeah.
Is your heater?
Yes, it is. It's just cold in here today.
Not supposed to be a what's the word? Accent here.
Oh, I think they're
My
like
computer?
that because everybody lets them just break the rules.
They're like just used to getting their way, even though they are on the low end.
All right, let's continue what we got here. All right, they have no social skills at all.
I feel like, what would you like, that no one cares about them. Like, they're just like, whatever. Like, as long as you follow these certain rules, just like,
Outcast.
yeah.
Okay, all right, you can use that. They're outcast. Now, why, Zoe, explain, why are they outcast? What reason?
Well, first off, they're really poor.
But it goes farther than that. It goes deeper than that.
I think it's just like generational, not trauma, but like generational, like that's why like that just happened. It
Did
just
they
happens.
start out poor? Like, before the Great Depression, were they poor?
What did Atticus tell Scout about the Ewells?
They said it was like like that for as long as he can remember, and that was like, I assume, before the Great Depression, because the Great Depression did last a lifetime. I don't think.
No, but yeah, I mean, yeah, but they've been in the Great Depression for about 5 years now. But what Atticus mentioned a specific thing about the Ewell family, how long they had been like that.
Generation.
3 generations, right. So you're talking about probably back in the mid-1800s. They had been like this.
Just like snobby.
No, I wouldn't call them snobs. I would call them, they just don't have any,
Home training.
yeah, I mean, everything they do, you ever known people like this? You will, I guarantee you, at some time in your life. There are people who continuously make poor choices in life. All right? And that's what the Ewells have done for 70, 80 years. Animals? Yeah, because what did Atticus say? They live like animals, right? All right? We haven't found out in the book yet, and I don't think I've told you this. Anyone know where the Ewells might live? Well, he doesn't really farm because he doesn't do anything.
I feel like they live farther south. Didn't they say like farther south the worse it is?
Oh wait, that was the W dude. Weston William.
The one
I don't know. He lives
What
out
was his
far.
name?
Wasn't the one
He
area
lives
that
out far
nobody
because when they
liked?
said they went for Christmas.
The what now?
Wasn't the one
Right,
area
he
that
lives
like
out far.
nobody liked it? Was it? I forgot what it was. Was it a county? I can't remember what it was.
No, yeah, you're getting somewhere
Wait,
else.
What was his the dude that Walter that they invited over
Walter
for lunch?
Cunningham, right.
Oh yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
No, these are the Ewells. All right, it's going to tell us here in the book, and at some point in the book, the Ewell family lives next door, I mean like 20 feet from the town dump. Okay? All right, because what did Atticus say? He said, I'm going to take them out. I'll take you out and you can see where they live the next time I take the Christmas tree out. He's going to take it to the town dump. All right? And so where do you, all right, they have no money.
They have cooties.
The money that they have, the dad uses it to he's an alcoholic. He's a drunk. All right. What else? You have poor, they're outcasts, they live like animals, they're mean, they're not well-mannered, they have no social skills. Does anybody else have anything to add to the list that describes the Ewells? Uneducated. Yeah.
Lazy.
Well, I'm not sure if that
Oh,
necessarily goes, but uneducated is for sure.
Criminals.
All right, go ahead, Cece. What do you have here?
I would say stuck in their ways because Atticus said that they could have gotten education if they really wanted, but nobody has. Like,
They
none of the
don't
kids.
careless, but like not like a fun type of word, but like a I do not give a crap about my life.
Okay, all right, that'll work. All right, so they're uneducated. They're not interested in getting an education. What happens when people don't have education? You know, you don't have to be a genius or anything like that. You don't have to go to college if you don't want to. But there's basic things you have to do in life, such as read and write and
Get a job.
yeah. You
How
can't.
does he get his
What
money?
kind of job could you get if you can't read or you can't write or you can't do math?
Plumbing.
No, you need math. You need math for plumbing.
So how does
McDonald's worker.
how does the
You could be carpenter. couldn't you?
No, you can't be a carpenter. There's a lot of math involved in
how
carpentry.
does the dad get money for his whiskey?
Don't they have that thing where the dad runs
All right,
away?
everybody else, if you're not
Well,
talking,
the mom dies,
don't.
the dad has to take care of them.
Yeah, if there's only one parent, can't you get something? It's like relief or
yeah, that's what he gets,
yeah.
and he buys whiskey with it.
So
Right.
the kids just do not eat.
All right, remember the story that Atticus told Scout? He said, we got laws around here, and there's laws around here as well. You can only hunt during certain times of the year. They don't want to kill out the population of the deer and the squirrels and rabbits and stuff like that. So you're only allowed to hunt during certain times of the year. However, Bob Ewell could hunt any time that he wanted to. What was the reason that Atticus gave Scout why the people in the community let Bob Ewell hunt anytime he
Because of
wanted?
his kids.
Right. His kids probably wouldn't eat anything at all if they didn't, if the people didn't allow Bob Ewell to hunt. What about Burris Ewell's appearances? What? Yeah, he's dirty. Dirty is not even a good enough word to describe.
Filthy.
Disruptor.
Pigpen from
Disgusting.
Foul looking.
Charlie Brown Christmas. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you guys, everything, and in your notes, this is really what you need to write about the Yules. You can sit down, Zoe, thank you very much. Everything about the Yules turns people off. Everything about the Yules drives people away from them, drive themselves away. All right, I think I need one more. Volunteer other than Zach. You want to, Chance?
Sure.
All right, Chance, go ahead.
What's
One
his
more
name?
person to sit on the hot seat. Do I?
I feel like Bob Yule, if he was alive nowadays, like if he was like in this like
He likes that.
time period,
Uh-huh.
I mean, he would be one of those people that foster kids just to get the money.
Oh,
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, you're probably right.
What's the dad?
All right, yes, Cece, what were you going to say?
Anyhow, are the Cunninghams like this too? Because, oh, hold on. I don't know who in the book they were talking about, if it was either the Cunninghams or the Yules, but didn't they call them like mischievous and like they always steal stuff and stuff like that?
The Yules.
Okay, my bad. I thought they were talking about the Cunninghams.
Oh, no, the Cunninghams were different. The Cunninghams were very proud people, and they wouldn't take anything off of anybody, and they wouldn't steal anything. They were very proud. They were going to take care of themselves. Totally opposite of the Yules, who couldn't take care of themselves as their lives depend upon them. All right.
The lives do depend on it.
Do I?
The lives do depend on taking care of themselves, right?
I didn't understand. They do depend on taking things.
No, their lives do depend on taking care of themselves. Like, that's how you survive, by taking care of yourself.
Yeah, but, I mean, really, the dad has abandoned his duties as a father, his responsibilities as a father. His kids probably go many times without eating at all. He's lying in the woods drunk somewhere. The kids are left fending for themselves. So, I mean, he has no responsibility. All right, let's see. All right, Chance. Let's see. Who do I want to talk about here? Got him. All right, let's talk about Walter Cunningham, the boy that they brought home for lunch. Yes, can it wait? The boy they brought home for lunch that day. I want you to think about this. How does this episode portray Atticus and Calpurnia and Atticus's family towards other people in the community?
Inviting.
Oh, now let the Chance answer.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like other people would see them as like giving, like they gave away like a whole meal, a lot of molasses.
All right, could you do me a favor? Yeah. So,
I feel like they see him like in the entire family as giving, just for like you want to have lunch and then giving him lunch and then he like used a lot of molasses but they didn't really care. They let him do whatever he wanted. Like I don't know, they just like let him eat as much as he wanted and they just like okay bye. I think that was about it.
how about when Calpurnia called Scout back to the kitchen and got on her for the way she was treating Walter, her guest?
Well, I didn't think anybody like really knew about what was going on behind the door, but I feel like it would have.
No, but we did. But we know what.
I feel like it'd be kind of weird, like sitting from the table from Walter's perspective. She says something and then just gets yoinked into the kitchen and like yelled at or whatever. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how to describe that. I don't know what you're asking.
Okay. All right. Let's put it this way. Did Calpurnia and Atticus, did they act, what's the word I'm looking for? Did they act superior to Walter Cunningham? Did they make him feel uncomfortable? All right. So how did they treat him?
I don't know, like another human being, just on the same level as them.
Right. Exactly.
Like
Very good.
company.
Calpurnia even got mad whenever, who's their name, Scout treated him differently, even the slightest bit.
Right.
Not like he was being mean, she was just like genuinely asking, but kind of being sassy about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I got mad about that.
Let me ask you this. That's good answer, Zoe. Let me ask you this. Did Calpurnia herself recognize, I'm sure, I'm speaking of Atticus too. Did they really recognize there was a difference between the Finches and the Cunninghams, class-wise?
Yes.
Yes.
I-
We're,
His
Oh,
dad
really?
can't pay him back in money. He pays him back in like potato sacks and wood and nuts. Like, you,
go ahead, Chance, you're getting ready to say something.
They know it. They just do not care when it comes to like how they treat them. Like they treat them how they would anybody else. They
Exactly.
realize that. They know everything that they're like you need to know. Like they know that they're above them when it comes to class, but they treat them the same as everybody else.
Very good, Chance. All right, so my point was, Atticus and Calpurnia, they know there's a difference between the Finches and the Cunningham. They're from two different social classes. The Finches are from the upper class, the Cunninghams are from the middle class. But as Chance pointed out there, they treat the Cunninghams with respect and as fellow human beings, as equals to them. All right, very good, very good. All right, Chance, you want to answer another question about Calpurnia, or do you want me to get somebody
Sure.
else? All right, Calpurnia. All right, it was stated in here that we know that Calpurnia can read and write, right? She taught Scout to write cursive, okay?
I didn't think she could. I thought like it's.
Okay, yeah, right. That's the point I'm getting to. Most blacks were on the lowest level of education because of the tools that they had to work with money-wise and stuff like that. It was not an equal education. And yet it says that Calpurnia, in this chapter we read today, Calpurnia spoke as well as anybody in town when she was calm. And we know she can read and write because Atticus says she's one of the few black people that could read or write in town. My question for you, and there's no answer from the book yet, but I just want to get an opinion. How did Calpurnia get like this? How did she become a very literate person and obviously a very skilled person? How did she get like that as a black person?
With the help of like I don't know a higher like the top tier like on the social status like some white man was just like you know what you're pretty cool and that like kind of just boosted everything.
some white man? It was probably Atticus.
That's what I'm saying.
You said some white man though.
Yeah. What else? I had to do?
All right, so all right, Cece, back to you. So then how did Atticus, how and when, in your opinion, did Atticus present this open life here to Calpurnia?
I felt, I don't think it was as soon as he got her, but I think it was like a little bit after, just so the people around him, like his community, would like not like be like, oh my God, that's so bad, you know what I mean?
Or maybe like she did something or she couldn't read and he's like, oh, we need to fix that.
Right.
Well, not like in that way though.
Oh wait, were there slaves at this point?
No,
Okay,
no. 1865, no.
I'm sorry.
This is 1930s.
I can't.
All right, which is some of you answered that on your quiz that I gave you yesterday as well. And I said, no, there were no slaves then. All right, in the, not legal anyway. All right, very good, Chance. All right, give Chance a hand, guys. Good job. Boy, that sounded enthusiastic. All right, Ken, I'm going to leave you here. I do have another one that I'm going to make just for you this afternoon, but I'll be back. See ya.